Hello. Good evening. It's been a while. Uh, we've had some time off due to scheduling conflicts and, just generally life getting in the way. Um, some of the absence was I unfortunately lost my grandmother not long ago. So tonight's session is dedicated to her. Hopefully, she's looking down on all of us tonight and smiling as she always did. So yeah, it's been probably like a month or so since we last played, so I'm gonna be probably a little more thorough with the recap than I normally am. But here goes. Here's what happened last time. So we started off last session where you guys, after a little bit of resistance from Sin, you agreed to accompany or meet up with Ashani at the Grand Vault of Abadar in the city. Um, and then, that eventually led to you guys having to basically drag Sin kicking and screaming to the to the vault because he has a severe aversion to places of worship. When you arrived, you saw a disturbance that was in progress in front of the building, as there were a bunch of sick-looking people who had gathered there, expecting to be treated for their to have their illnesses cured. Um, and you all, through your own methods, managed to avoid avoid getting stuck or otherwise accosted by this crowd, making your way to the front door where the people who were guarding the entrance demanded to know your business. You mentioned that you had been asked to show up and meet with Ashani, and they let you in. And Ashani brought you into kind of like a small, like meeting room of sorts, where he explained the current situation. So he told you all that he had hoped that the case at the Soldado household was isolated. Sadly, it was not. He mentioned that there were three of his brothers in the faith that had awoken with similar symptoms to young Brianna. However, they were quickly cured, as the church, of course, had resources on hand to assist their number in removing the blood veil from their systems. However, people started trickling in throughout the day, and before long, it had grown to the crowd that you saw before you when you entered, and this was quickly proving to be more people than the members of the church had resources to help. Shani suggested that it would be a good idea to call upon the other faiths within Corvosa, including Sarenrae, Pharasma, and through gritted teeth and lack of a willingness to say the name initially, Asmodeus as well. He also mentioned that he knew that you guys had a close association with, the Corvosan Guard, namely Field Marshal Cressida Croft, and so he suggested that could be a good idea for you all to introduce him to her. Sin agreed, mostly to get out of the church, and you guys didn't leave quite just then, of course. Sarah pressed him on some knowledge of the disease, tried to get a sense of where his motives were, and her questioning only intensified after Shani had decided to pay you all for this simple escort task, giving you each 200 gold. You guys continued to ask him some questions about his background, some of the other patients. Shani mentioned that there was a couple that owned a tavern up in North Point that had come in earlier in the day, and they were able to pay for magical healing and be sent on their way totally fine. You arrived at the Citadel, and there was a bit of a strange scene outside of the main building. There were several people who you did not recognize there. There was a pretty pretty good looking guy who definitely looked like a smooth talker, and he introduced himself to the crowd of guards at first, and then you all later, as Dr. Reiner DeValis. And his deal is he was essentially brought in by Queen Iliosa, along with some other doctors who were simply dressed in like plague masks and other foreboding attire, uh, and they were essentially set upon the city by the queen to assist the citizens however they can. Naturally, this raised even more questions. He gave a speech about, let's see, where did I have that here? He gave a speech about, who he is, why he's here, mentioning that the Gray Maidens, who are also a relatively new development in the city, they're sort of the Queen's like personal guard. Um, the Gray Maidens have been tasked with ensuring that Dr. DeValis's procedures and orders are carried out. And from there, it has been delegated to the city guard to do the same. You watched as some of the guards took to their duties with a willingness to do so, and some others decided that they were unhappy about these developments. They were kind of discussing amongst themselves that maybe this wasn't the best course of action. But all the same, they are under the same directive to escort the doctor and the queen's physicians and assist them in their royal duties wherever they may go. So from there, you guys went inside Cressida's office with the good doctor and his merry men of plague people. And with the Shawnee in tow, you guys had a lengthy conversation about all manner of disease fighting topics. Again, lots of questions about the motives of the doctor and the Queen's physicians. Ishani also voiced his concerns, as well as his idea to organize all of the religious faiths in the city. And at one point, Dr. DeValis handed over an announcement or on a piece of parchment that hadn't been made yet, but was imminent. So you guys got a bit of a sneak peek at that. And it essentially mentioned that the Queen's physicians are going to be acting in the city to assist against the spreading affliction known as blood veil. And it also outlined some pretty severe punishments for for failing to cooperate, I should say. Impeding the Queen's physicians is punished by imprisonment. Impersonating is punishable by death. Knowingly harboring the afflicted is punishable by death. Purposely spreading blood veil is punishable by torture and then death, because why not? Which this whole thing definitely got under Sarah's skin. She was adamant that the announcement doesn't really solve anything, nor does it answer any of the questions that you all had. Which prompted Ishani to simply ask openly ask if there was anything that the church or his church could do to help the situation. Wanting to just diffuse the the growing angst in the room. Sarah changed course with her questioning. She asked about Dr. Vallis's background. He explained that he is a longtime friend of Queen Iliosa. They both hail from Cheliax, and she reached out to him for help once this problem became too much to handle. Stay hydrated, everybody.
Stay hydrated.
Yes.
Preferably with sweet tea.
The group of them, Cressida, the doctor, and Ishani, they were going to have a further discussion regarding, kind of establishing a bit of a battle plan to get things started. In the meantime, Cressida had asked all of you to go investigate something that Reef had been wanting to check out for a long time, which was the ship that had been sunk in the in the river.
That's pirate ship, pirate ship, pirate ship.
Near the city. Cressida had said that she simply wanted to rule it out as being a cause of the plague. And she also just said, "You can keep whatever you find. I just want to make sure that the ship was not the cause." So with that, you guys took off after being provided with some water breathing potions. You guys went to the riverbank and jumped in. You swam down about 80 feet, where you've located the remains of the Direption, the shipwreck. You guys narrowly avoided a pack of eels that had been patrolling the water by being very stealthy, and then you began to investigate the ship. You went for the front of the ship first, finding very little of value, and as you started to check out the back portion of the ship, you were discovered by a shark. The shark was sent fleeing thanks to some intimidation from Sin. And as it turned out, the shark was merely an animal companion for its master who went to fetch, and you guys then had to do battle with a sea hag. A bunch of you took a whole bunch of strength damage, making swimming around difficult, but you did manage to fight her off, and you sent the shark fleeing away out into the waters to perhaps live among its kin or find another druid or some other person to hang out with. You then set yourselves upon exploring the rest of the ship, finding the captain's quarters, where you found a corpse that had been somewhat mangled. Not exactly recognizable to any of you. However, you also found some loot in the room. You found a large sort of footlocker that had been stuffed under the bed in the room. Around the corpse's neck, you found a silver unholy symbol of the god of, I think it was goddess of death, Urgathoa. You also found a cloak, which bears the same unholy symbol on it. Inside the footlocker, that was inside the footlocker. Then there was also some money. Found some platinum pieces and some gold pieces, and you found the unholy or profane text of Urgathoa called "Serving Your Hunger." Unfortunately, because the footlocker was opened underwater, the contents of the book were ruined. However, the cover remained intact. You guys grabbed the contents of the footlocker. I believe Sarah took those for now, and Reef decided to grab the footlocker itself and bring it up to shore. And that is where we left off. So as I said, lots of you have a lot of strength damage. We can figure out how we want to take care of that. If you guys want to, if you'd rather just rest it off, that's okay too. But at any rate, you guys are, let me move your tokens. You guys are more towards the shore where I'd put you initially. And I also have to turn off these auras because they are not relevant anymore. Okay. What do you guys want to do?
To the ship, Reef says immediately.
Sin just throws Reef into the water.
What?
Reef, not expecting someone to just willingly agree with him, just falls in. Just kind of goes, no resistance, just kind of is looking around, blinking underwater, being like, do I see a ship? Before sputtering up to the surface and telling everyone whether I saw a ship or not.
Be careful of the
What?
sharks.
Who has the most strength, David?
A bunch of you have 6, -6. So
Reef is not the smartest, bro. You almost said it.
Theo's -6, Sarah's -6. You and Von Diller are -5. Reef has some damage, but only -2.
How many?
Oh, how much gold was in the footlocker? It was that.
Sweet.
Okay.
Sweet.
Oh, Nadi's also getting thrown in the water? All right. Everybody's taking a dip, even though you all just got out of the water.
I am
prepare.
not.
I didn't prepare a lesser restoration. Oops.
Yeah, you'll have to rest and then prep it. Womp womp.
Into the water with you, Nadia.
No, I don't want water.
Damn the thing.
Well, no, yeah, I saw what you said.
Eh.
Water won't restore
Into the
ship.
water you go.
Nope.
It is too late. You
Can I
can't
fight
resist.
this? I want to fight this.
Well, I mean, if you're going to resist, then Sin has to roll combat maneuver.
Or activate rage.
What? That's not fair.
Fuck you. And everything you stand for.
Okay, have inflict light wounds.
Your spells don't frighten me.
All right. So
Oh,
yeah,
so-
Sin, you grab a hold. Yeah, you successfully grab hold. And now also make a will save because she's touching you with a damaging spell. 15. 15. All right, 5 points of damage.
I successfully throw her into the water.
Yes, you do.
You're not getting any healing for. You're not getting any healing for the next week.
I don't fucking care. That's for the church, you fucking asshole.
Reef kind of sputters up from the thing. She's got a point. We did kind of drag him into the fucking Godlands. Also, water's not that bad. I splash everyone.
Actually, can I specifically throw
gross
Nadia at
stuff.
Reef?
Reef will catch her.
No.
Ka-plump.
Okay, what about Sarah?
Sarah was smart. Sarah explicitly backed away from the ledge. Sarah was like, I'm not going in before. I backed away when I went in.
He said everyone's taking a dip, and I said nope.
I heard that. I heard you going, no, I'm not. Goodbye.
I call blasphemy. Sarah needs to get the dip.
I do not need to get the dip. Thank you very much.
Yes, you do.
Sid just starts
No, I
chanting.
really
Yeah.
Reef is just swimming by the edge of the water, reaching his
Yeah.
hand up towards Sarah's foot.
What about Theo? Theo needs to get the dip.
Why not? This is a party exercise now.
Teamwork.
Dip. Alright, Reef, so are we just gonna toss everyone in the water now?
Consent is important, but also we do gotta get to the ship. So, any other choices on how to get to a ship without going in the water? I'm all ears. Otherwise, hop up. We're going in.
You're going in?
We gotta figure out a way to breathe underwater, which we have, and we'll. Yes. Oh. To the ship.
Sorry, I'm I'm confused. What?
Reef is being stubborn and thinks that there's more loot inside the ship. And
Okay,
since he's
I'm
been thrown
sorry.
into the water, he's convinced that it's worth going for a second look.
I'm sorry. Well,
Please, no, I know I was a little convoluted. So everyone, out of character, feel free to refute what Reef's trying to do. Feel free to drag him out of the water. Feel free to facilitate his stupidity.
Also,
Whatever
sorry,
you
out
want.
of character for a second. I got very confused because I just realized I was on the wrong Roll20 game.
oh no.
I'm so glad.
I'm like, we're surrounded by lava. Why the hell is everybody? Okay, anywho. There are like we already explored the ship. There is nothing left on the ship. There are sharks in the ship. Can we not, please?
So I guess I have fine.
Fine. Get you back later in another way.
If I have to, I guess I will.
Alright, shall we go home and go drink vodka?
Yes.
I want.
Wait.
Yeah,
Yes.
so.
Yes, I like
What
this
rum?
plan. Plan good.
No.
Plan good. Except for you,
Okay, but
Nadia.
what
You're not
about-
allowed to drink
What about
alcohol.
rum?
Rum,
rum
Dude,
rum
I want
good.
rum.
I'll do rum. I am not picky.
Vodka
Give me-
and rum. Together. Genius.
Fuck you, I want rum.
Sorry,
I want
Nadia, but
rum,
you
fuck
can't.
you.
You are a good person, and it specifically says in the good person pages that thou shalt not indulge in alcohol. Therefore, that's a big no-no.
If I'm such a good person, then why did I drag you to a place you didn't want to go to instead of letting you do what you want with your own free will?
That's a very good point. You're now evil now. Congratulations.
Ah. Oh, welcome
So
to the
that-
team.
so that means-
Chaotic neutral.
means you're no longer a cleric of your faith. You have no powers, and I would say you have no bitches, but you never had any to begin with. So there's
Hey, hey,
I don't
hey,
need bitches.
hey. We're not removing a cleric from their faith unless he comes to Yaren. Yaren will
Free?
envelop you all. It's fine.
Here's an important lesson. Gods only like you if you're within their same alignment, and if Nadia's alignment
Like
of
you
her
if
god
you're a
is
step
good,
away.
I'm pretty sure a good god will never like an evil cleric. And
Well,
vice
that's
versa.
2 steps away.
That's what I'm saying. So Nadia's no longer a cleric. It's not my
She's
fault. It's hers.
evil.
She did this
No,
on her own.
I bop
Evil.
you on the head and I poke Nadia and I go, I bless you as a cleric of Yaren now if your god forsakes you. Just know that you're safe. And I pat you on top of the head. Completely unaware if that's how my powers work.
Evil cleric. Evil cleric. Evil cleric. And then Sin just starts walking to home. Hey guys, I'm out.
Wait,
My
come
work-
back
my work
here.
My work here is done.
I'm gonna grab you, sputtering out of the water and going, wait. Okay, I've been convinced. I'm out of the water. We all stick together.
Alright, then let's all stick together to go get some vodka and rum. Except for Nadia.
And some
Nadia
healing
can
heals.
drink too. What is this about, like, not wanting Nadia to drink?
She's the
But
healer.
people can't indulge in alcohol. It's specifically in the Bible.
She's the healer. She's literally the epitome of our DD.
Exactly, so she has to stay that way. Otherwise, her powers
Well,
go bye-bye.
She's the DH, the designated healer.
Uh-huh.
So she's
No.
sober.
The ethics of my god are to be peaceful, perfect, and inert form, lead by example, see beauty in all things, nothing about no alcoholism!
She
I'm
found
pretty
beauty in
sure
the alcohol.
indulging in alcohol isn't very artistic of you, and definitely not very peaceful.
I don't think you understand who Bacchus is.
Is Bacchus a good aligned god?
Yes, he's the god of debauchery and alcohol.
That doesn't sound like something a pure good aligned god would do. That sounds more
Chaotic
neutral.
good. That's chaotic good, and that's a step away from the alignment. So
It's more like
thing that
chaotic
will-
neutral or true neutral. I don't think
The
Bacchus would
thing-
be good in any way, shape, or form.
The thing that
You're-
will strip me of my cleric powers is to let art be destroyed, except to save a life or pursue greater arts, or to refuse to accept Surrender. Sorry, I'm
So
reading
you're
off the website.
so you're telling me. Oh, by the way, you didn't accept my surrender, by the way.
You didn't surrender anything.
Fuck. Anyway, so you're telling me that if your goddess decided, if you decided to turn a line to evil, she would be perfectly fine with that, and she would bestow you powers regardless.
As long as it was in the name of the arts, sounds like it. Yeah, because I kind of like your god. Garen, I'm
Well, that's
not. I'm not
you
changing
specifically,
sides.
Reeve. I'm
We're
talking
good.
to Nadia here.
Well, what?
I'm
Reef
talking
is
to Nadia because she's the one who actually knows her god. Nadia, are you
Reef.
telling me that a good aligned god will accept an evil person as her cleric?
Yes.
Theirs is true.
Sorry, is that true?
Reef through their voice, by the way.
There's a good aligned god and their cleric goes from good to evil, will the god still accept that person as her cleric?
I just imagine this conversation's
I don't
happening
know.
as we're walking back to the tavern.
Probably.
Dude, I just think I don't know anything about gods.
I just think.
I thought you're the bard, and bards know everything about knowledge, so you should know.
Look, I kind of slept through learning about mythology. I didn't care.
It's
Calling
alignment
you
is
out.
neutral good.
Well,
Alcohol is neutral.
process your
Alcohol is
brain very hard and figure it out for me, please.
Is
God damn it.
Tim is out?
Can
Tim,
I
Tim.
roll? Can I roll a knowledge?
Religion.
Can I roll a knowledge check to see if alcohol is evil or not?
So I'm gonna roll a religion check.
To be fair,
Fuck.
alignment's important.
I rolled a 7. So Sarah's like, "Yo, I don't know. Ask a priest. I'm not a priest."
Reef's waving his hands
Yeah,
up and
you
down
have
at
to know
everyone,
readings.
pointing at his new fucking seared in symbols of Yaren.
Sin
Reef
just
brands
ignores
himself.
Reef entirely. Anyway, Nadia, what were you talking about?
My god, alignment is neutral good, so there.
Exactly, neutral good. You have to stay good or neutral. If you go
Alcohol isn't
evil,
evil!
yes, it is.
No, it's not!
Yes, it is.
Can I roll to see if it's evil, Tim?
You would know that it's not evil.
It's not. Pussy's not evil. There's specific sins that revolve around drinking too much alcohol, therefore evil.
It's not inherently evil.
Too much alcohol. Not just one sip.
Well, too much for alcohol for you is anything, so no.
No, it's not. I'm drinking rum and you're gonna like it.
Not on my watch.
In a discussion, I'm drinking rum.
Alright, it's time to start typing out something very evil to Tim.
Are we at the tavern yet? I want some rum pretties.
I'm waiting.
What are you waiting for?
I thought I was being typed to.
Oh, no. I tried to say Reef as brands were done
That is all.
by himself and not in any holy form. Like they are just crudely drawn brands of Yaren symbols into his chest, like one on each chest breast,
Right.
like plate.
Okay.
I accidentally typed it as command and then left it. Somehow showed it as me still typing. I didn't know what to do.
Oh no, Tristan was the one who said he was typing, so that's what I was expecting, and I've received the message. And
Oh.
Sin doesn't want to give Nadia any rum. Is the sum of the message. I don't know why that needed to be typed to me, but that's
I'm trying to be deceptive here.
well. Then you should explain that so that we
I can't
can.
say that out loud, otherwise my deception won't work.
I would still make you roll bluff. Like, all right. So Sin playfully does not want to give Nadia any rum. Do with that what you will.
I'm getting rum. I'm gonna pay
No
with my own
alcohol
gold.
for the
I'm
cleric.
paying with my own gold to get rum at the tavern, and you can't stop me.
Oh, I can indeed stop you.
No, you can't.
No. No stopping.
All the stopping.
I'm getting rum.
I won't.
Yes, I am.
I'm gonna pay double of what you're paying to the bartender to specifically not give you any rum.
I'll pay triple.
I'm
I
not
got the
texting
money.
her that. You can do it.
Oh yeah, triple the gold.
How much gold do you have?
Don't worry about it.
I have like 700k still. So, yeah.
Fuck, do you have 700k? That's absolute bullshit.
Nah, it's 600.
600k is still too much. Fuck you.
605 gold. Exactly.
Tisk tisk.
Anyway, I'm getting my drink. I'm getting my rum, whether you like it or not.
Throw the dagger at your cup.
No.
God
up?
damn.
BT dubs, as a heads up, thunder is really bad over here, which means that the rain's really bad. So if I lose y'all, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Look what you've done, Naga. You're making thunder over at poor Sarah.
Oh,
All because of
that's
your
coming my way.
alcoholism.
That's your fault, not mine.
No! We all play nice, damn it, Reef says, banging the
I'm a
counter.
devil. I don't do nice.
We're playing
Anyway.
nice together in the Horde.
Sin just
Never.
hit.
Anyway.
Sin just hitting that Skeletor. I am not nice.
I am not nice.
Are we at the
The
tavern
very
yet?
opposite of nice.
Are we at the tavern?
This is the first I'm hearing about even going to a tavern, but okay, sure, we'll go to.
Oh,
Are we not at the tavern?
We're thinking of the first campaign where we just get free drinks.
Yeah, where you just have the Rusty Dragon whenever you're not doing anything else. Yeah,
Yeah.
Those were the days. All right.
yeah, well, we're walking to a
I
tavern because we all want to drink something to warm up internally because we all just went into the water.
I
And
will,
we're also trying to figure out what to do next, so we figured it was a good spot to talk at.
I will move you to the Jittery Quill.
I didn't hear anything for the past minute.
That's fine. Well, we just caught everyone up. We're on the same page. Let's go.
You're going to the tavern.
To the tavern!
Let's go.
Alright, so I look at everyone and go, so. There was not as much gold or loot in this pirate ship as I expected. Also, not as much disease as I expected.
Rue.
So where is it coming from, and who do we blame?
I blame the ship because even though it's probably not the only reason it's there, but let's face it, a ship that has a book about disease that's being led by the goddess of disease has probably something to do with it.
Do you think that they were in cahoots with the queen?
Absolutely.
I'm saying this very quietly.
Just think about it, Reef. That I don't remember exactly what it is, but those I'm gonna call them orders that the cleric showed us. Not the one who paid us, but the other one. None of the things that all the rules and regulations that the queen set out were not going to help at all. It just give them the legal quote unquote right to do whatever the fuck they want. So clearly she's in cahoots in order to get her power back.
Is there any way, DM out of character, is there any way we could search for evidence through what we found of a connection of that ship and the queen being called, or was all hope lost when we disintegrated the fucking contents of the box? That's an in character and out of character question, I guess.
I mean, I guess
Hello?
technically it's out of character since it was directed at the DM, but you could argue that Reef was like asking God.
Yes. So that's kind of what I was at, being like, Reef was pondering that sentence out loud in character, but also out of character, asking the DM what he thought. But yes, hi.
Sorry, could you just repeat the question? Fiona came down here a second ago to.
Yeah, no worries. So pretty much I was asking if we were fucked or if there was any evidence left from the ship about possibly seeing if the ship was linked to the queen in any way. Like working together, or do we fuck ourselves by disintegrating all the paper in the box?
So you found everything there is to find down there. The book that was ruined was kind of like the unholy text of an evil goddess. may or may not have held some information. We don't know now because the footlocker was open while it was still underwater. Let's see. Aside from that, there are a few possibilities. It could be the ship was, it could be maybe there was something in there that you've now lost out on learning. Perhaps the ship was simply a distraction or a red herring. Um, Perhaps there could have been information gained from the hag before you killed her. There's a lot of possibilities here.
Okay, so there's nothing Reef can glean from going back and investigating the ship further to see if there's any connections between them. Did we find any clothing on the ship? Just since we haven't played in a few weeks, I'm just trying to remind
I had the
myself.
cloak that was there.
Yeah, the only clothing item was there was a cloak that was inside the footlocker, which Sin now has. It was a cloak that had like I said, you found an unholy symbol of Urgathoa around the neck of the corpse that was in there,
Okay.
and the cloak has the same unholy symbol on it.
What I was going to ask is, since this ship, I was wondering if there was but we already answered my question. The reason why I was asking was clothing from different regions are very specific. So when dignitaries and stuff from other regions go and interact with someone, we would have highlights and know that, okay, the queen's saying that these just came, but these clothes are similar to the dignitaries that have been seen at the queen's castle recently.
Okay, I
We just
understand.
kind of see that kind of connection.
Let me look at my notes real quick and see if there was any information on.
It's just been 2 or 3 weeks, and my notes weren't the greatest for last week, so I don't recall if we saw anything like that or if I ever asked anything about that. And so if I would have that information now, and I'm not trying to metagame.
No, it's all good. I'm now curious for my own purposes if there was anything in the notes that says like where this guy was from.
Fair.
I don't see any information. He could have been Verizian. He could have been Chelish. Probably one of the two, given Corvosa's proximity to Cheliax while also being located in Verzia. So I'd say one of the two. So his clothing wouldn't look too out of the ordinary. Yeah, that's about all I got for that.
Okay. So then Reef is just gonna look at So then Reef's gonna look at everyone and go, we need to figure out if there's a link between this ship that we can purely establish that is to the queen in a nefarious way, and if so, get to the bottom of who's running whatever this plague that's spreading. We already have the book. We have some type of symbol. We could pretend we know more than we actually do and see if someone gives us more information. We could go to the guard tower again and ask. I know we're not officially in their charge anymore, but she still said she'd give us jobs, and if we have questions, I suppose she wouldn't be opposed to answering. We can pose it as if we found this somewhere else and see if any cracks show in anyone's stories. What do you guys think?
Marshall is going to be behind us at all. It's specifically her platoon of her guardmen. But the guardman that's more related to the queen precisely might have something. I'm pretty sure we already determined that the cleric guy himself was actually pretty innocent, according to Sarah. As much as Sarah can be, iffy, I'm willing to trust her word on this.
Me.
Sarah,
No,
this is
she's
nice.
not
I'm gonna
iffy.
put it,
I
so
trust her.
be careful.
She's not iffy. I trust her.
Well, you trust everyone, Nadia. Naive little.
Nadia
little
does
little
not
thing.
trust everyone.
Nadia literally trusts everyone.
No, I don't.
She doesn't
You
trust
even
you.
trust Rum.
Huh?
Hmm?
What?
What?
I don't know. Who wants rum?
I want rum.
Rock on
Give me
Rum.
rum.
You're about to be evil, Nadia. Evil cleric.
Come on, Nadia. Let's go get some rum.
Yes, rum. I haven't
Just
had a
follow
drink in
Nadia.
forever.
Evil
Rum time!
cleric.
And Sarah just takes Nadia's hands and like they both go up to the bar.
Rum, sweet.
He jumps behind the counter.
No, that was me. I moved it too far. So yeah, barkeep could could hear the conversation as you were in the back as well as approaching, and he's got the rum at the ready.
Hmm. I can already taste the rum.
You are a
Why
very
is this-
fine gentleman. I indeed. Thank you so much. And Sarah just like hands over however much the rum costs.
A payback.
Yeah, it's like a few copper for the two of them. He just gives it to you both. Neat on the rocks.
On the rocks. Oh, actually, no, rum. Yeah, on the rocks makes sense. Never mind.
Unless you
Wait,
wanted
we
some
have
other way.
ice?
It's got a little bit of ice, yeah.
Just a little bit though.
Just a little
I
bit.
drink the
Just a
rum.
little bit as a treat.
I drink the rum.
Evil
Sarah is
click.
impressed by the apparent wealth of this tavern and drinks the rum.
Yeah, I mean, Corvos is I think it's the biggest city in the region, so they have a few advancements, and yeah, the rum is pretty good quality. Even as you struggle a bit to get the glass up to your face to taste it, given your sapped strength, you still manage to enjoy it.
My
forgot
strength is
about
not that sapped.
Well,
It is pretty sad.
your effective strength right now is a 3, so it's
Lift a glass.
sure, but you know, not like comfortably.
Sarah shouts. Anyway, Sarah is getting drunk to forget her problems and goes, Reef, come grab everyone else, come join us.
Reef panically turns and looks at everyone with just his head, keeping his torso turned, and goes, "I'll be right there."
Sarah sees it and goes, rum.
See, Sen, you can't stop me from drinking drought alcohol.
I can't
Sarah-
stop you, but we'll see what your goddess has to say about this later, young lady.
Sarah then turns over to goes again, Theo, Vondilla, you coming or what? And then goes back and goes, well, I mean, brewing and the making of alcoholic spirits is in of itself an art form. Nadia is just appreciating an art.
Exactly.
For sure, the smarts of people would say that cultists and devil worshipping is also an art, and you don't see that being glorified now, do you?
Well, you could say, I mean, well, it depends on who you ask.
Exactly, it's all about perspective.
Exactly. Rum?
Rum.
And Sarah
But-
just flags down the barkeep and points to Sid.
I
Now leave me alone.
sound
really-
a little bit tipsy there, Nadia. Are you
I'm re-
indulging in rum? Too much
really-
is a sin, missy. So be careful
I'm re-
now.
So I take it that so I also am paying for sins.
Let's go.
What a
Let's
generous
see,
bard.
Let's see, that's about 3 copper. I have a lot of freaking gold. That's about 3 copper pieces each. I'm assuming. So that's 9 copper pieces. And just refresh my memory, how many pieces of copper make up a piece of gold?
Copper to gold is 100.
Sweet.
Oh, we're getting wasted with one gold piece, aren't we?
And so
Aw.
52 minus 9.
To amend the ice thing, I don't know why I thought of this. I'm just imagining like someone at the one of the bartenders has like a level in like some kind of like spell casting, and he's just like gently hitting the glasses with like a ray of frost.
Yes,
That
I could
makes
see that.
me happy. Okay.
Just minor magic. Prestidigitation, so he changes all the glasses to ice for an hour.
Yeah, that works too. That's actually even a better idea.
There we go.
9 ice cubes make better cups than cups. Fight me.
I also had. I apparently went to a bank before this and converted 1 gold for 100 copper.
Yeah, you got it from
Things
the
have changed.
you got it from the Church of Abadar on your way out.
Yeah. I did a quick exchange. All right.
It would be a
Drinks.
better ATM than a fucking religion, now wouldn't they?
Drinks for the party
Hey,
or whoever
we
wants
agreed
rum.
not to get into politics on this chat.
I mean, Agathar is a bit of a bitch. We all know.
Sin.
Yeah, literally, they have to get what?
No. No politics.
It's not politics in game. Like genuinely, the cleric had to get paid, or his god would have literally removed his powers.
I was also teasing.
I know.
Okay.
I'm being a brat, and
Okay.
Reef doesn't
Yeah, Sarah's
doesn't
like, hey, I
understand.
thought we said no politics.
You know, then this is Reef panicking, going, "This is religion." Wait, there's a crossover. I don't know how to handle.
Well, Reef, how can you hear us? You're all the way over there.
Reef was walking over. It just was
Reef.
doing stuff before he came over, and even turned his head and told you he was coming. He just
Yeah,
didn't
no,
show
no,
you what was in
I
his
know.
hands.
I'm not too sure if it's a good idea for the king of the kobolds to be drinking a bit too much. Don't you agree, Reef? You have to stay on your tip top of your mind after all.
It's one
Sorry,
drink.
don't you kept insisting that you're a devil, and yet you're encouraging people to make good choices?
Yeah, how's
Don't
that work?
question my methods.
I'm
Reef.
questioning your methods.
You can't stop me.
Question your methods, you devil.
That's racist.
So Reef
You're
is gonna
racist.
walk. Okay, so Reef's walking over with a glass in his hand already.
Okay, then you're racist towards yourself since you call yourself a devil all the time. So.
Sarah just looked at him and goes, where did you
Well,
get the
I'm
glass?"
allowed to be racist.
No, you're not.
The bar is long, and the bartender serves the whole bar.
Silence.
Did no one? Yeah, I was about to say.
Dead silence. No.
Crickets.
Theo goes, gets himself a drink. Reef, I imagine you're at the bar too. Everyone's at the bar.
Yeah, Reef went to the far end of the bar, got his own drink, and then came over with it.
Guys, I made a discovery.
What now?
If you click on your token, if you right click, you can do a new option, open character. That's fucking amazing.
That is
I don't have to
actually
switch tabs anymore.
quite
That's fantastic. Yeah, I had opened when I went up Roll20 before. It was telling me some like beta thing they're trying out, but you have to like either start a new game or like copy an existing game
useful. Into a new.
into a new thing. Yeah, to try it. And I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, I don't know all
I was
that.
like, I don't
I
feel
just
like doing that.
discovered right clicking. I'm like, oh my god, imagine how useful that can be. Not only for us, but for Tim. When he does an NPC or a monster, he just right click it to open the sheet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's huge. That's honestly huge.
My incredible brain strikes again. Take that, Nadia.
Big brain.
I'm not even competing with you and your big brain. Leave me alone.
Never,
Wait.
Nadia. Stop drinking alcohol. It's bad for you.
Oh. A DM.
A
Do the notice. B, do the notice, and C, what happens to me?
Oh yeah, so I'll find out. Let's find out who notices.
Notices
Oh.
what?
I think I know what Reef has done, and I'm not going to stop him whatsoever.
Well, you can roll a perception check to find out potentially.
Oh, you're right.
I'm going to do it just out of curiosity.
We
I have high perception.
we remember how this
Woo!
game works.
Do we?
I don't.
My eyeballs are better than yours.
Theo's
I
are better
still
than
see
both
pretty
of
well.
yours. Of course, Theo would be the one who notices the fucking shenanigans.
uh, we will. I was waiting to see if Sarah was gonna roll, but if not, then it's fine. She can be enjoying her drink.
Blissfully unaware.
Yeah.
Sarah. Never mind.
Oh. Oh no. Everyone went silent. Goodbye.
While just like patiently waiting for to be revealed, what has Reef done?
Reef, what are you doing? Reef? Reef?
Grief. Oh.
Ignore Reef now. Yeah,
Reef?
continue your sinful alcohol.
No. What are you doing?
Don't worry about him. What he's doing.
What's Reef doing?
Well,
Reef is drinking alcohol. Don't worry about it.
I'm either doing nothing or you're all notice something. One of the two.
Exactly.
you
So don't
doing,
worry
Reef?
about it, Nadia.
Come on, Reef, what are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm having a single
Oh, now
glass
you're
of rum.
nosy and an alcoholic, Nadia. Tisk tisk. That is two things on the sinful chart.
I'm
Since Rex
having
is
a
down.
single glass of rum because that means I am still a responsible leader dragon. Boop.
I'm just gonna say
Look at Reef being the designated leader dragon.
Reef then slowly turns the entire glass as he's drinking out of it, and whatever is on it is gone. The whole glass gone. Shrugged the whole one glass immediately, just slowly turning the rim as he's drinking it. And puts it down the counter and looks at everyone and goes, "One drink. Okay, let's go."
Let's
oh
go.
dear. What have you done?
I did one drink.
He stole my drugs,
Reef,
didn't
I'm
he?
concerned.
That's
Reef, I'm
100% what he's
concerned.
done.
What did you
So
do?
those of you who spotted not Theo, Reef, you look over towards the end of the bar where he's sitting, and you spot that he has taken his drink and he has lined the rim with some shiver.
Motherfucker.
Reef, you're a
I was
bad.
down for it, but now you fucking stole my you could have just asked, dickhead.
It's the shiver
Reef,
you
you're a bad.
gave me. I've just been using it. That's the last of it.
All right. Well, um,
Maybe give the dragon different drugs and ones that don't make him go to sleep.
That's it. You're going on the list, Reef.
So, is Reef addicted?
so yeah, Reef.
Stop anytime I want.
Reef takes 1 point of Constitution damage, and go ahead and roll a Fortitude saving throw.
Damn it, Reef.
Damn it, Reef. I'm
Guys,
gonna get
don't-
you. I'm
Somebody
gonna
finally agree on something.
gonna
You
get him
guys-
more addictive drugs now, just out of spite of this, Reef.
I'm just saying, you guys gave a dragon a bunch of drugs and he liked them. And so far, he hasn't really had a bad time with them.
Doesn't take
You have
doesn't
to-
exclude the fact that you stole my drugs,
Sarah has not
asshole.
been continuing to give Reef drugs. Thank you very much.
Reef is sliding towards addiction.
We should probably mix
Right.
up the drugs we give Reef.
Yeah, soon we're gonna have a shimmer addicted dragon on our hands.
All right, I'm gonna have to get a fucking locked box for my drugs now. This is fucking ridiculous. How fucking dare you,
This
Reef?
is your fault, Sam.
This is not my
your
fault. This
fault.
is Reef's fault.
You
I-
gave him drugs.
Give me
I
a
did not
different
give
drug.
him the drugs this time. He fucking stole them from me.
Well, yeah, because it's the
You
only
still gave him
one you
drugs in the
showed
first
me.
place.
Yeah, but every single time I gave him drugs, he didn't get addicted to it, so he just chose to steal my shit, and that's why he's getting addicted. Because of sweet, sweet karma.
Sarah is
No,
staying
it's their
out of
fault.
this. She is just quietly sipping her rum, enjoying the fight.
You know what?
Reef,
Yeah,
I just
just
want to
go
let you
to my
know,
room, my pepper room.
Reef, just for the record, you owe me 50 gold pieces, by the way.
Nope.
Reef's looking around and going, wait, what? That's how much this stuff costs?
Yes.
I started wiping off my tongue and trying to hand whatever saliva and whatever just honeybees of shiver are left back to you.
It's too late, Reef.
Sarah
You
goes,
now
dude,
owe me
you're done.
405 gold pieces. Oh, wait, wrong math.
You know what? I'm just gonna drink my rum. I don't care anymore. I'm gonna drink my rum. I'm out. I'm out.
Sarah
much
just
money
look.
do you
Sarah
owe me?
hears that, looks at Sarah, looks at Sarah, looks at
Nadia.
Sarah looks at herself. No,
Just goes cross-eyed.
Sarah looks at Nadia, nods, and they and raises her glass to her.
I raise my glass and clink. Cheers, mate.
Cheers.
Cheers for being alcoholics. And then Sin goes back to his notes to find out exactly how much money Reef owes him now. Let me see. You owe me that much money for earlier. You owe me that much money for something else entirely. So in total, you owe me 200 gold pieces now, Reef.
Reef looks at his funds and goes, well, about that. And then dumps out his coin purse to a literal leaf fragment and a clump of dirt falling onto the table.
Yeah, nice try, Reef. We all know that you got some platinum pieces in there.
Well, I never took my share. It's still in the box. So technically, I have no gold to pay you with.
Oh yeah? Well, remember when Ashani gave us exactly 200 gold pieces?
Reef kind of starts creeping towards the box.
Hand it over. Because
Well,
surely the leader of the Hoard wouldn't go back on a debt he is owed, would he?
Reef goes, I'm not the treasurer, and then panically hands over the box.
Is there 200 gold pieces in the box?
Um, is there 200 gold pieces in the box?
Uh, I don't know, because have we split up the platinum pieces and everything yet?
I got my
I
share.
think
I think we definitely split the platinum up for sure.
okay, because Reef never
Hold on.
took his stuff, so it's not on his sheet at all. So he's got 0 coins at all. So I, in character, thought I was just in character was role playing that I never took my share out of the box. So whatever's in the box left is what I'm handing over
Sure.
technically.
Oh, okay.
Out of the box. But remember when Ashani, when we went to the church that you so desperately decided I needed to join you in? gave all of us
That's
200
in the same
pieces?
box.
All right, cool. In that case, I take the box. It's mine. The 200 gold pieces is now mine.
Any funds I've gotten after purchasing everything I had were all in that box, and I had not gone through them and put them in my coin place. So
All right, so like, can I legitimately like put the 200 gold pieces in my character sheet and then just give you the box back?
if Tim allows it, yeah, absolutely. I just don't want to meta game money into existence, so I'm just making sure that was the correct amount. If that's the correct amount, absolutely. Because I genuinely didn't keep track of it.
Because we got the 200 gold pieces very recently. I don't think we bought anything afterwards, so you should
I don't think so
legitimately have.
either. So then, yes. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't making us have gold appear and then Tim being like, all right, fine, fuck it, rules cool. But yes,
If
it's
legally
yours.
I can do it, I'm gonna do it. And
Yeah.
now you are debt-free, Reef, but you're still on my shit list.
Reef quotes you saying that and scribbles out in his ledger the 2 life debts I owe you.
Yes, yes.
So instead of paying you 500 gold per life debt, which is 1,000 gold, you now told me I'm debt free, so I've removed that debt. Thank you.
You motherfucker.
Daddy just hears a little bit of, just hears that last bit and just laughs. Haha.
Sam's gonna pull Reef very close to him, close to you, and say, "You are lucky. I'm so unreasonably
You want
kind to you
to?
right now,
Oh, you can
Reef."
open the door and then open the windows. No, I'm just saying if you want to try that, 'cause I'm doing a do, and then sure. I just meant I thought that might like help it cool off, just cracking the kitchen window. I just meant like with the airflow, it would help. It's easy to close. Yeah, I just thought it was easier to just crack the kitchen window for the 20 minutes to get some cool air flowing. Thank you, I appreciate you doing that. So yes, I now am back to 0 gold again, correct?
For now, but after hearing that you're now I don't I don't owe you, like, you don't owe me any life debt, Sin just pulls you like very close to him. He says, "You've no idea how grateful you should be that I'm being this kind, because so help me, so fucking help me, Reef."
Reef literally out of his bag of his pack, I start handing you random little things. Just like little trinkets, like my little trinkets that I've just carried around forever. Just like the old little symbol of Aaron that I had from before I actually became part of his faith. It's been like, I owe you many things. I have not many things. Here are my tiny things.
The tiny things we'll talk about more debt later. For now, Sin's gonna continue to annoy Nadia. So he
Also,
goes, he like turns towards Reef while they're talking the entire time. They just swivels his chair over to look at Nadia. "Hi, buddy."
I'm ignoring you.
Sin starts poking you with his tail. "Hi, buddy."
I'm
Oh,
ignoring you still.
oh,
Nope. I'm not giving you attention. Nope.
you can't ignore me forever.
Yes, I can.
Starts poking you right in the cheek with his tail. Poke, poke.
Reef starts poking Sin and goes, "Why are we poking?" I'm
I don't know.
poking Sin on one side and Sarah on the other. Just like
What am I? What I do?
I don't know. Sin was poking Nadia, so I thought I should poke you.
I don't want to be poked. Why are you poking me?
I
Oh,
won't poke you. You said no.
Thank
I
you.
start
I don't
poking
want to be
Sin
poked
again.
either.
hey, Reef,
I
you
keep.
can
I don't
poke
want to be poked
Nadia.
either.
Nadia's
Uh,
ignoring me at the moment, so
No,
she's
no, no,
not
no, no, no,
saying
no, no,
no.
no, no. I don't want to be poked. Nope, nope. I don't want to be
She's not
poked.
ignoring you anymore. She said no, and Reef starts poking Sin.
Well, guess what, Nadia? You didn't really care about the consent that I had earlier when you dragged me to the church, so I don't care about your consent about poking. So Sin continues to
To
poke
be
at you.
fair, Nadia didn't drag you. I did.
No, last time I
Yeah, I
checked,
don't know what I got
Sarah
from
rolled
here.
badly, so
And Nadia
she
helps.
helped, and Nadia actually successfully helped. So it was Nadia and Reese specifically that did this. So you better believe
We
I'm
did.
getting my sweet vengeance.
I
So
tried.
I tried. So at this point in time, I'm going to look at everyone and go. So our plan is to go talk. I'm talking very quietly now, as quietly as can be, so the barkeep doesn't hear, and the other people near us don't hear. Our plan is to go investigate the Queen's guards to see if they're in cahoots with the god of disease and death that we see on this. Oh, Reef opens his pack a little bit, showing the ratty book cover of this god's thing. We should find out which. We know what god this is. Do we know what god Reef says?
I don't know shit about that god. Nadia, do you know anything about the god as a disease?
Roll religion.
This is Reef finally connecting dots. It's checked for me, but I have
Fuck,
no
Sarah, it's
points
all
in
up
it.
to you now.
Nope, I know nothing.
As per
Absolutely
usual,
fucking.
cough, cough.
I'm too drunk.
Too
No, no, I'm too
drunk.
drunk. That's my
Sarah
excuse.
knows
That's my
slightly
excuse. I'm
more
drunk.
than
I
nothing.
like it. I like it. I like it. I like your excuse.
What
Like what?
little does Sarah know?
What does Sarah know? Sarah's the only one who knows possibly anything.
All right, so 10, you would know like the most basic information. So let me
You
pull this
know
up.
who she is at least, because that's what Reef's trying to figure out. They just know that we're the god of disease. That's all we figured out. Theo,
So
can Theo roll? Does Theo have the ability?
Uh,
Theo's not a part of our team.
Theo does not have any ranks in religion.
Does
Worth a shot.
Vondilla know anything?
Vondilla, yeah, Vondilla could roll.
Let's
Because our teammates aren't here doesn't mean they're not involved.
All right, so to save the trouble of having to explain this twice for what everybody knows, Vondilla explains that Urgathoa, also known as Lady Despair or the Pallid Princess, is a neutral evil goddess who deals with disease and undeath. Also, the deadly sin of gluttony. She is very much about finding followers who seek to prolong their existence in undeath, or otherwise create more undead, and satisfy their appetites. She governs the domains of death, war, evil, magic, and strength, with a particular focus on blood, ferocity, murder, plague, undead, daemons as well, and just other elements of the divine. She is depicted often as an attractive yet pale-skinned, black-haired woman.
What does the queen look like?
What does the queen look like? Well, yeah,
Goddess.
you've seen her. She doesn't look like the goddess. Queen Iliosa.
I guess my point is,
Disguise
does
yourself.
do the I jumped the gun. Do her servants have certain kind of dress or like stylings that they tend to do, and would we notice if
Okay.
there's any like
So,
similarities? I know she's not the god incarnate. I just meant like,
so
oh,
let's
okay.
see. Yeah. Vondella mentions that most often the servants of Urgathoa include creatures like vampires and liches, and other authoritative undead. Um, she says that beyond that, she only really knows that sometimes clerics of Urgathoa are transformed after their death into a special type of creature, which is simply just known as like daughters of Urgathoa. The church itself um, is very very strict, although there isn't really anywhere in or on Galarian that has like a particularly huge following, except for perhaps the region of Ustalav, which out of game to put Ustalav into terms that people would understand. It's kind of like Fantasy Transylvania, so that take that for what you will. Yeah, so she is often worshipped by necromancers. The structure of each church is that of a matriarchy. There's usually a powerful female cleric at the top, and any such priestesses who are in fact daughters of Urgathoa indicate that the church itself is especially blessed.
All right, if that's all the information. Question: does Vondilla know if there's like any somewhat of a big following in Corvosa?
She hasn't come across she hasn't come across a number of followers that would be alarming. Um, she's only met like one or two in passing through her life, but the appearance of the ship, as well as it being piloted by a man who very clearly worshipped Urgathoa, she does tell everyone that she finds that concerning.
Very concerning. Do I know if I'm not on the streets of like any underground black market type shady shit that they've been up to lately?
Um, roll knowledge local.
Nadia, give me a hand here, would you? Hey, I start poking Nadia again.
Use your guidance.
Thank you. Yeet.
I just
Back.
see her sipping her rum still, and over her shoulder just goes, yeah, flicks a little spark of magic. Goes, here's your guidance. Like, oh,
All right, 14. Does that do anything for Miss?
Um, yeah,
No,
nothing,
oh god damn it.
nothing really out of the ordinary.
Fuck. Wait. I have an idea. You remember Lamb?
Gage and Lamia.
His son is a necromancer, and his son is somewhere in Corvosa. If we find that motherfucker, he'll have answers.
You really think so?
We killed the
Positive.
motherfucker. Is he still alive?
No. Lamb himself is dead, but remember his son we didn't kill yet because that evil halfling that we fought downstairs wasn't his son. So that means his son is out there somewhere, and he's the one who brought back his father as a zombie. Don't you remember, Sarah? You stabbed the zombie man because you don't like his
Right.
face.
Right. So Sarah slowly brings down the knife that she was holding very firmly in her hand.
So, if we start searching where a necromancer might hide, we might find him. If that fails, we can start going into secret places that the guards are hiding. It's ingenious.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Anything I'm missing? Brief, what do you think, Mr. Drugman?
Reef is wiping the sugar from his lips and nose area and looking at him and going, well, I think we need to prove a connection between Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
But what if the sun could be that connection? Because we can't go to the guards right away. Because surely, if wherever they're actually hiding that are behind this, we can't
Do
just
we
waltz in.
we can't waltz through the city right now either, because we have to be aware that if we contract these diseases, we're screwed. We're already weakened, so we have to plan where we go and make sure we can carve through it without infection. So, do we know where this guy is, and if so, can we secure him?
Hmm. Wait a
Because
minute.
if
Hey Tim.
not, that
Sorry, Reef, continue.
we could bribe some of the guards that are closer to the castle to let us in that have done some work with us before and know of us at least of allegiance to the crown. And go ahead.
Alright. That's a good idea. But before we continue that plan, I'm going to say, Tim, question.
Sure.
With my vast knowledge of the underground, as well as, Graham Lamb doing a grave, just insult to my existence, do I have information on him to have an idea where his son could be hiding?
Um, I don't see how you would.
I don't know, it's something like my character's been, gathering information on Lamb, trying to find out where he is over the years.
Okay. So you would have known then that. Let me find the information on what the hell. Hold on. Yeah, let me find the information for you. Let's see here. Okay. there eventually.
Do-do-do. Do-do-do.
Are you waiting on me?
No, it's
No.
waiting on me. I'm trying to.
Okay. I'm like, I didn't hear anything that would require me to respond, but I know I am being quiet, so I'm like, did I miss something?
All right. So
No.
in your information gathering, Sin, you would have learned that Gadrin had become estranged from Rolf for quite a long time. They had a falling out. Well, first of all, Gadrin was abusive at several points in Rolf's life, so that certainly didn't help their relationship. But Rolf had kind of distanced himself from his father. Kind of become his own person, and not that that was a good person, of course, because he has long since rumored to be the infamous key lock killer. But yeah, based on the strain in their relationship for many years, I would say that simply just from finding information about Gadrin, that wouldn't really lead you to where Rolf might be.
Fuck. Don't we have like a what was the killer he was nicknamed? The key lock something?
Key lock killer, yes.
And didn't like very early on we got like a little trinket similar to that? Was like he was either his mask or like a key lock.
So what you one of the things that you found, I forget where exactly. It may have been on Gadrin when you killed him. There was a dagger that the blade was crudely shaped to kind of look like a key. And I believe there was an inscription on it that said, it was some kind of like ode to a father on it or something like that.
That's something. That's something.
Yeah. While this is going on, an older woman has taken a seat at the far end of the bar next to Vondilla. Um, she orders a drink. The barkeep gives her a pint of ale, and she sits there and kind of just nurses it for a bit. And she, whether anyone tries to notice or not, she kind of like glancing over at all of you periodically, but not saying anything for the moment.
Reef
Just
says hello.
okay.
That's good.
She,
Way to be settled.
She's sitting next to me on here, right?
she's on the far end of the bar, down here.
Sorry, I thought. You see why?
I literally couldn't be farther.
Yeah. No,
Okay,
no.
but
I
TV's
understand.
there.
This token was here the whole time. Like I get it. Yeah.
So I thought you were just saying like we didn't realize like she had been sitting here, but like okay,
No,
my
no.
bad.
This is a token that I put down. Like
My bad.
all good.
So then, well, Reef is awkwardly waving like Forrest Gump on the fucking ship. Hello.
The woman
Oh, hello.
gets up from
Sarah just noticed woman at the end of the bar.
yeah. She goes to stand up, but then as others say hello, she sits back down, and because she had kind of made a motion like she was gonna just walk over to Reef to talk, but with all of you now noticing her, she is going to stay right where she is. So she gives kind of like a meek little wave, and she says, "I'm terribly sorry to bother you all. You seem like a a fine group of people who do a lot of good in this city.
Must resist, Sen says to himself.
We just do what we anybody else would, ma'am.
Well, of course, you can only do what you're capable of course, but would it be all right if I had a quick word?
Of course. What can I help you with?
Reef asked if you guys would prefer to go to a table or a booth. Like, does she want a little bit more privacy? And
So
points at
yeah,
the-
she looks around and she says, "Well, yes, I suppose more privacy is called for. Wherever you like is fine. Just
They're not.
perhaps not right here."
My thought was the table over here that's got the half wall in front of it, so a lot of people can't hear us.
Oh, of course, yes.
Give him
Let's
the seat.
let's go over there. She's gonna take this seat next to the half wall. Because to her it's like the most concealed. But Theo and Vondella make their way over along with Sin, and
Reef's just gonna sit here and kind of make sure his wings spread out a bit. So, like, there's kind of a semi wall,
nice. I like it.
kind of like a little wingspan.
Like it's just you made me think of like big like noodle arms, like the inflatable guys. Wild, wacky, inflatable arm flailing tube man.
That's exactly what I've just done.
All right. Well,
And the candlesticks.
You
All right,
just
we
did
gotta,
it. These are-
gotta conceal her. I'm gonna lean against the wall right here.
so she is looking past you all just to be certain that there are no prying eyes.
Oh boy.
And with that, she is going to. Okay, just making sure I have the right thing here. Oop. Well, I before I get into anything, I didn't think it would get to a point where I'd have to ask for help like this. And I suppose if I'm going to ask such kind people for their assistance, that I should be honest with you all about who I am. And she does a quick little transformation of sorts, revealing her body shifts and transforms, and now before you is an anthropomorphic rat-like creature. It would appear that she is some kind of lycanthrope. And
Oh! Ah!
so,
Reef claps slightly in joy.
and
Ha!
upon seeing her transformation, it kind of makes sense to some of you, as she did have a bit of kind of like a mousy, like head on a swivel, eyes darting everywhere kind of appearance. Her one of her sort of conditions, which now becomes a little bit more apparent now that she's transformed. You can see a little bit of like signs of like jaundice in her eyes. But with that, she gets into what she wants to talk about, and she says, "Well, as you might guess, with a plague descending upon the city, my people are once again being targeted. It would seem that there are less informed folks out there who believe that the people who look like me are responsible for this, and they have not been shy about utilizing violent measures to get their point across. Normally, when we are discovered, and by that I mean we have our dens beneath the city in places that we believe to be hidden, but oftentimes we are found, and when that happens, we simply pick up and move everything to a new location, and we just do our best to protect ourselves even more. However, there is one among our group who recently has taken to a bit of warmongering, let's say. And although I myself am not ashamed to own this condition and appear before you as this vermin, I know where I stand in society. And this leader of ours, I will simply refer to him by his name. His name is Giriggs. If he is not convinced to stop this mindless violence, then I worry about what may happen both to my people and to yours. I don't know where else to turn. I just know that something needs to be done before more lives are lost. If it would be possible, I can tell you where to find him, and I would hope that you could either speak with him, perhaps convince him that his course of action is wrong with diplomacy and your words, but if that cannot come to pass, then I would have you offer an example of the force that this city could bring down upon all of us. And I know that sounds like I'm asking you to slaughter whoever gets in your way. I would very much appreciate it if the rest of us could be spared, if at all possible. Just deal with him if you could.
What do you think, Reef?
Reef just kind of looks at the. Reef literally has to stop himself from salivating, going, you're food, but not. You're sentient, and that's weird, and I'm not gonna eat you. I promise. Alright, I promise we're not gonna mess your day up. You look a little sick. Are you I hate to say it, are you actually infected? I know your people aren't the cause of it, but you seem a little unwell. And I point at my eyes and I point at hers, just like kind of squinting, being like, they're a little. Or is that just the color they're supposed to be for your species, race, being?
Oh,
Is this a curse?
well,
Reef is like so interested, but also at the same time is just rattling off.
I can assure you that nothing that ails me is contagious. I've simply become a bit sickly in my old age, but I'm free from the plague, and I pose no danger to you regard to this latest development in the city.
I rolled sense motive whether you asked me to or not.
Sure. She goes
I
on.
didn't mean to, but yeah.
That's okay. She goes on and she says, "In fact, I've been a were rat for over 50 years. I've seen a lot."
Okay, Reef just kind of goes, okay, you're not part of the Horde, but you are considered a Hordeling. For now, you're under our protection. I nod.
As far as your sense motive is concerned, she's being honest about not being infected with blood veil. She's not under its effects whatsoever. She definitely means what she says when she asks that only Gearigs be met with the force of the force of what could happen to those who don't comply. She doesn't want to see many more of her people hurt, and you also detect that she does not necessarily view the were rat condition as a curse like most would. She actually holds a bit of pride in it.
Okay, so in all that understanding, Reef immediately just looks at everyone and then just goes, "Yep, definitely. Like I said before, she's a Hordeling, not a member of the Horde. She's a little baby as far as we're concerned in the Horde ranking, but she has our protection, and her people have our protection as long as none of them try to assault us." I look at her very clearly, and though if they are very infected and they become mindless or become violent, I promise you I will defend myself, and I promise you your friends will end up dead. So I advise you keep your friends away from us if they're sick. But I won't kill anyone who is not violent. So if you keep them contained and they're ill and you think there's a cure for them at some other point, that's fine. I have no problem. But if someone comes at me violently, they are going to die, friend or foe. Heh heh. But Reef goes, but yes, I'm not going to do anything to your people. I point at myself and motion myself up and down and go, I mean, literally, I, I'm halfway hunted half the time. I pointed Sin. Same thing. I pointed at Theo. I'm like, I found him in a jail cell in a pit. He's kind of awesome for that. He's just kind of chilled because he got free food. She literally sings to and everyone and knows a bunch of political intrigue. She's part of a church, and she's also part of a different same church. And you know what? They keep us alive, so
Do they though?
they do.
Yeah.
And now I puff out and I go, you know what? I whisper very closely to everyone. If we get to the bottom of where this plague is coming from, you can probably save your people faster. Do you have any information? Do you know? And then I show her the symbol of the disease book and go, do you know anyone in the city who came in the city before things started getting sick that repped these symbols on their clothing or talked of this being? And I butcher the god's name because I wasn't the one who knew it, and therefore I only heard someone tell me who it was, and therefore I'm not completely right.
Sorry, that was a lot.
It was. You're welcome.
My brain isn't working. I'm so sorry.
What do you, ask me what you want me to fill you in on, and then I can respond.
Just help me parse this a little better. I'm so sorry.
No. Okay, so pretty much what I've asked is, what I've guaranteed is her people's safety that she's asked for. That I will harm anyone who tries to harm me, though, even if it is her people. So if they're too far
Okay.
gone and become violent, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm gonna kill them.
Right.
But if you keep them contained and they're violent, if they're contained, I see no reason to assault them if they're her people. I make no promises about any other kinds.
Basically,
If
to
they're
sum it
ill.
up, as long as Reef is not hurt, he will protect them.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Or
Okay.
as long as Reef is not in danger, he will protect them.
Okay.
And
That
also,
was. Go ahead.
the other
Sorry.
part was, does she know anything about the death god? Because I showed her the cover of the book, and I asked if she's seen and her people had seen anyone with those kind of markings or speaking of that god's name. But Reef doesn't know how to say the god's name correctly. Is what I was trying to say.
Okay, I gotcha. All right, thank you. Appreciate that. That made it easier.
Thanks,
to
everyone.
understand.
Sorry, I meandered a bit.
All good.
Okay, so upon seeing the book, she simply shakes her head. She has no knowledge of Urgathoa or what the symbol means. She regarding like keeping her people potentially preoccupied so that you guys can do your work. She sits and just looks like she's deep in thought, and then her whole expression kind of perks up, and she looks up at everyone and she says, "Well, I have an idea. I was simply going to offer this in exchange for the help, but I don't see why I wouldn't be able to get a head start. I can do my best to convince them to help you and the rest of the city fight this disease. I mean, we'd have to work in the shadows, but we can do things like disposing of any bodies that were infected before they were killed, or just anything else that you all deem necessary. I can set my
Yes.
people upon those tasks."
I look at her and I go, "Good, good. Then help us find where these people reside. Anyone that has this symbol upon them or on their person or speaks of this god. See if there's any connection between," I whisper quietly, "the crown and them. And see if you can find anything about them that they have that they are using to prevent their illness. Because it seems like only certain people are getting sick right now. But we
Okay.
don't really know why. It's just those people. I guess, like, yes. Reef stops trailing off.
She gives a nod and says, "Of course, I will see to that at once." And then she hands over a folded up piece of paper um, to anyone who's within reach to grab it, which technically is just about all of you, given Reef's big noodle arms.
Gibbs.
Um, she says, I took the liberty of drawing out a bit of a crude map for you all. This should be the fastest way to get to Gehrig's lair. It's beneath the Midland District. The path that I've outlined for you will ensure that you will spend as little time in the sewers as possible on your way."
Yeah, I'm very good with maps. I know where this at. I know where this at. Harry, shall we go out right now, or do you think they should wait till morning? I prefer to go right now because
Reef nods about going right now.
But I haven't finished my rum.
Von Dillon.
Bring you with you.
Nadia, you prioritizing rum over helping the city? Tisk, tisk. What it sounds like an addiction, little alcoholic.
Wait, hold on.
Seems like
It's
you're
not exactly
indulging quite a
prioritizing.
bit.
Is it going to make a difference whether we leave right now or in 30 minutes?
Maybe, maybe not. Who knows?
Von
But I thought-
Dillon and Theo look at each other, and they kind of look at the rest of you and they say, "Shouldn't we try to regain our strength first?"
I would think so.
You'll be fine.
Sarah
No,
steps
no,
up. Sarah
will
stands
not
up
be
and is
fine.
like, "Yeah, it'll be fine." As she struggles to lift her guitar.
See, Sarah's as strong as she's ever been. See, easy.
She can barely lift a guitar.
She always struggled to lift her guitar.
No, she didn't.
I don't know.
You know what? Maybe we should rest.
Yeah, let's. I agree. Let's rest.
All right, Nadia, prepare the lesser restoration spells.
the
Sarah's like,
where at the where at
no,
before you.
sleep. Sleep, sleep.
So sleep first, then preparation. That's how Nadia works.
The where at looks at all of you and says, I if it needs to wait until morning, that's more than okay. And I'm terribly sorry. I've been so rude. I didn't even introduce myself. My name is Aries. It's nice to meet you.
Oh, it's nice to meet you too. That's a pretty name.
Better than Nadia's name. The name's Sin.
Sarah,
Aries is
hello.
definitely better than Sin.
You're just jealous.
Uh-huh.
Aren't you, Natalie?
I'm ignoring you.
That means I win.
Vondilla speaks up and just says it's better than being called vanilla.
See, my point exactly.
Oh, you can put a sock in it.
At least that's still a name, Natalie.
You can get a name change if you want. You know.
It'll cost you, but it can happen. We can spin the random the random wheel of names to see if you can come up with a better nickname or not.
Or how about this?
Or
We call people by the names that they want to be called.
nah.
What do you mean, nah?
Interesting
son.
point and compelling argument. But nah. Nah.
Okay, Cinny boy.
Whatever you say, Natalie.
Do I need to get you to a room?
No restoration for you.
I don't need restoration. I am at full strength because
It's
I'm
true.
actually
He doesn't.
good at
He
avoiding.
doesn't need it.
God damn it.
Sin does a backplay that just to put some salt in the wound.
I'm ignoring you.
Sarah just looks at Wreath and goes, do we just lock them up together and see what happens?
No.
No.
Wait, do I hear that? I want to roll it for perception to hear that.
No.
Sarah
No,
was
that's a
not
terrible
being
plan.
very quiet about it.
Then still, it's no. We would probably end up fighting.
Sarah's like, you would probably, or sorry, fighting is one of the options.
Don't you worry about it, Natalie. I wouldn't dare do anything harmful or illegal or manipulative or deceptive or
Or
any of that
enjoyable.
whatsoever or enjoyable. And I definitely would not ever make you upset. Nope, never.
Very much not upset. Quite the opposite, in fact.
Yeah, I would never do that.
I rolled my eyes at you.
Sarah looks at Reef and goes, and Reef's not responding, so she looks at Vondilla,
What?
waggles her eyebrows, and like, what do you think?
I don't know. No. No, 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 no.
I didn't
Natalie, I
ask you.
think Sarah's trying to pair you up with someone. I think it's kind of weird, don't you think?
No.
I mean, Sarah is a bard. I'll stop now.
Sarah's like, oh. Sarah's like, I guess I was wrong. Oh well. Goes back to drinking rum.
I'm gonna drink some more rum with you.
Of course you want alcoholic, Natalie.
I'm staying sober.
I'm not even considered an alcoholic. You have to drink for like a month or something to be an alcoholic.
No, you
You've
just
had
drink a
a
whole bunch
you've
of
had
it.
a day.
Yeah, it's hard to speed run alcohol addiction in this game.
And
Unlike
also-
unlike Shiver, where
Also, Sarah's like, really? Really? You're gonna like go that route? Mr. I have all the drugs and I shall do all the drugs?
Yeah, the difference is I'm a devil. I'm clearly bad and very evil, while Natalie over here is trying to be good. So I can criticize her all I want.
You keep using that word. I do not think it means what you think it means.
What do you mean? I know everything.
By the way, Sin's a fucking hypocrite.
Mr. Neutral
I'm
Alignment
a
over
devil.
here.
Exactly. Don't pay attention to my alignment. I'm evil. Look at it.
No. What's your alignment?
Worry about it.
What is your alignment?
I plead the fifth.
What is your alignment?
Evil.
Ooh,
What
wait,
else?
hold up. Can't. There's a spell for figuring this out, isn't it?
Ooh, you're right.
Scape! Nah.
I would like to add the spell of detect evil and good alignment to my spell list.
You don't need to. Wait, you don't need to.
Yeah, you don't need to,
Why?
Reef.
Oh,
Reef just has that. Yeah.
I just
Okay.
exist around me in an aura always.
So Sarah
Hey,
just
Reef.
like looks at Reef.
Hey, Reef.
Yeah, like only one can be active at a time, but yes, you can.
So Sarah and Nadia stare intently at Reef, like, hey.
Hey, Reef.
Reef's looking back and forth like, wait, what? Oh.
Hey, Reed, if you
I
decide not to do that, I'll give you some
I'm de-
shiver.
I'm detecting evil. Before you had said that, you offered it too late.
Oh no.
Sarah's like, nope.
So I'm sitting.
I will buy you
Wait,
shiver. I will buy you your own stock of shiver.
wait. I'm sitting in the bar detecting evil right now. Is there anything pinging evil right now?
Nope.
I grin. I look at everyone and go, "Good news, everyone. We're safe. There's no evil beings nearby."
See, no evil beings nearby. Not so ever. Wait a minute. What do you mean?
Sarah has a shit-eating grin on her face.
I told
And
you
she's
guys if
like,
I died twice, I'd become faithful. And hi, I may have some talks with Yaren on my deathbed the last time, and I might have some priestly-ish powers with no idea how to be priest-like. Let's go.
Sarah just looks
But
at Reef and goes, so you say there's no evil.
there's not in this room.
There
Not
is no
within
evil
range
in
of
this
me.
room? Within range of
Not
you?
yeah.
And can you define that range for me, please?
Within at least 30 feet, I know that there's no evil around me.
So you would say that that sufficiently covers this table, correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I'm, Reef, the light dawns, and he looks straight at Sin and goes, "Oh, you're not evil."
Sin's in denial. Well, your power was obviously wrong.
I have a range of 60 feet. They're not wrong. This tavern isn't 60 feet. My wingspan is 20 feet. Reef feels awkward and looks at everyone and goes, "Hey, rat lady, my wings are kind of tired. I don't normally have them spread the full length and not moving or using any air currents. So, if you would like to not get hunted by the rest of the townsfolk
Sarah,
behind us, maybe turn back."
All I know is that Reef is good alignment. Or neutral.
See, yeah, Reef is
Just
good
not
alignment
evil.
or neutral. Yeah,
Just
I
not
agree.
evil. Just
I know,
not evil.
I know, Reef's not evil.
You're not evil.
What do you mean I'm not evil? Very evil.
You're
I'm a
not
devil.
evil. Not evil.
I'm gonna poke him and it says, "Well, as far as Yaren's concerned, he's imbued me with the ability to detect some alignments. I can't detect all of them, so I chose a specific one. And guess what I chose to detect? Evil. And guess what? I don't detect around me. Evil. And guess who is within 60 feet of me? Hey, you.
Sarah grabs her instrument and starts playing. Bravely goes Sir Sin, who found out he is good. No evil found here, much to his surprise. Well, he survived, so he goes bravely forth and saves all the townsfolk. Bravely goes good Sin.
I'm so glad because we are literally on the stage of the building. It just happened to be also the more closed off area. So please change back, rat lady. Reef is whispering violently now at her, and then realizing that we are now gaining everyone's attention, the opposite of what we were planning on before. Is the rat lady changing?
So essentially, to the tune of Sarah is singing a song making fun of Sin being good to the tune of Bravely Bold to Robin.
Hey,
Yes.
we know he's not evil. We don't know if he's neutral or good though.
That's not the point.
No, you're right. You're right. I
I
apologize.
I
Continue your
have
singing.
never been
Continue
so
your singing.
insulted in my life. Okay.
Na 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 na.
Dee 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 dee. You're a part of
All
the
right. So this means I
team.
gotta create more war crimes to become evil. Got it.
Oh, well, oh dear. More shenanigans, yes. War crimes, no.
I like war crimes.
You
Uh,
know? Are you
Yeah, they're fun.
sure?
As positive as I am, as I'm a devil.
Okay, name your favorite war crime.
My favorite war crime is taking a whole bunch of congressmen, right? Putting oil on them, make sure it's very flammable.
What's a
Putting it.
congressman?
the
Men in
people who
Congress.
run
What
this,
else?
the people who run the city, the bureaucrats.
Wait, pause for a second. PM, do we actually have a Congress?
No, it's not a Congress. No.
The bureaucracy of the city,
I mean,
the nobility.
yeah, nobility. You know,
Okay,
it's
Okay.
so continue.
And well,
Sarah goes, wait, what's a
switch
congressman?
congressmen with religious men. And then I look
Okay.
at Nadia.
clergyman.
Continue.
My favorite war crime is dousing them in unholy fire. It's hilarious.
And have you
You've
ever
never done
actually
that though,
done
have you?
this?
I plead the fifth.
I have a question.
So that's
If
a
you've
no.
ever wait, your argument would be evil if you actually done that. So you haven't done that.
Well, apparently the neutral god that Reef claims to have doesn't see that, so maybe I just need to do it more. I don't know.
No, honey.
My neutral, my friend, sir. I start giving you a lecture about Yaren. I look at everyone and I go, just so you know, he is not just some god. He is the god of fortune. He's the god of understanding, and he's the god of my
Oh,
charisma
Rocket.
and knowledge. And you know what? He's also has the domains of luck, trickery, and glory. And guess what, motherfucker? He's the reason why I steal things with you. What classes are you? What have you trained yourself in? I'm pointing straight at Sin.
Angry stabbing. And I
And
refuse to elaborate.
you wanna know? You wanna know who worships him normally? Not me. Not fucking goddamn dragons. No, thieves and rogues, motherfucker.
Uh-huh.
Ooh, you made Reef mad.
He's always mad. Just like Nadia.
He's literally the symbol of fortune. Like the whole point. Yeah, he's not just the symbol of thieves and rogues. It's literally just overall good and well-being of the population. And guess what we do all the time here? We serve the people, not the fucking bitch queen.
I serve my wallet, thank you very much.
Well, like you serve me too, and I serve your wallet. So therefore, you serve the people.
Sin's like goody two shoes.
And guess what? Guess what? Guess what? If
What?
you get invested in Yaren now, you get rewarded with more ale and fortunes later. Guess what? Put a small fortune down payment now, invest in Yaren, and convince others to join, and you too shall be rich.
Well, I have a very bad history with God, so I'm gonna say nah. And I refuse
I,
to elaborate.
I'm looking visibly sad.
So, how about we all go back home and we'll never speak of this again? Hey, cool.
All I know is that sin isn't evil. Sin
Okay.
isn't evil.
Reef, you will pay for this dearly.
What did I do?
You did everything.
I've done nothing. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh,
Sin
lighten
isn't
up.
evil. Sin isn't evil.
It's not funny when you do it.
Sin isn't evil. So haha.
Like, look, It's okay to be not evil. Many people in this world are not evil, and they live very fruitful lives.
Right, right. And angels are. It's okay for an angel to not be good, or maybe a god to not be selfish, and yada yada yada.
Did something happen with you and an angel?
You know,
Then
every
just looks
day,
down.
Aw.
every day, a devil finds out he is not evil. Would
I
you
don't think that's
support
ever.
a
I don't think.
devil in need with
I don't
with
think
your
that's
donation?
literally
You
never
can
happened.
support a devil in need for just $20 for just one gold piece debt.
No.
In the arms of an angel is playing in the background.
You're the
Pretty sure
bard. You're
I've never
singing
heard.
it.
Well, I can't sing and do a speech at the same time.
I know.
Well,
So
not with
you,
that
you
attitude, you can't.
So, okay, I'm strumming in the arms of an angel as I do this little speech.
that's better. That's being creative.
For just one gold piece, you can support your local. You can support your local devil and making sure in his journey of finding out he is not evil, and help him come to accept that and make his way in the world. We
Since
cannot do it
medieval.
without donations from people like you, and points to Reeve.
Reef is
Just
really excited.
Sin, are you still looking down?
Yes.
Are you okay?
No.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'll stop.
Zen just holds on to his evil cloak and just looks at it. I am evil.
Was it the was it the angel
Just
part
like,
or
sure
the
you
you're not
are,
evil part?
buddy, and pats him on the head.
Wait, I missed something. What did I miss?
Sin was being sad and grabbed his cloak and said, "I is evil cloak," and went, "But I am evil."
And Sarah
I
just
am
pats
evil,
his
damn
head
it.
and goes, "Sure you are, buddy."
I
Is
don't
that
like
what's really
this.
is that what's really making you sad though?
Don't worry about it.
I think I'm gonna worry about it.
Reef looks around a little bit and goes
Isn't the
quietly,
entire
"Can I-"
point of coming over here is supposed to help the were rats find out what this disease is? Why? How does this become a therapy session for Sid? I don't like this.
Okay,
Reef
but like
goes, "Okay, he's got
I
a
mean
point."
yes.
So where rat
I
and
mean yes.
Sarah looks at Eris and goes,
I mean yes,
do you
help
have
where
any
it's
problems with the way this conversation has been going? We've already agreed to help you. We're just having fun. Would you also like to contribute to the helping devils who have found out that they're not evil?
okay, helping rare rats, yes, but Sin backstory, yes. Even more yes.
Not getting
No, where
shit.
is Aries? So I'm assuming Aries is here watching all of this. Like, she has not left. So I need to know, like, what her reaction is to all of this.
I'm so sorry. I realized my mic was muted. She has not left. She has just been fascinated by all of these developments. Just kind of sitting wide eyed, looking at all of you, and uh, you can kind of see her like her own eyes kind of like moving back and forth, her expression changing as she's kind of just sitting there observing and thinking her thoughts of whatever she's seeing. If anyone would like to roll sense motive, you can. Um,
I
Otherwise,
have a high sense motive.
I have a higher sense motive.
Oh yeah, can you beat -1?
Yes.
Damn it. You can.
What was my roll? I didn't see it.
It's -2.
Hold on. Ah.
Not. I can beat you.
yeah. So honestly, like as quirky as you guys are, You can tell that her demeanor is definitely a bit calmer than when she first approached all of you, and she actually is going to speak up and just say, "I'm not certain why or how, but I feel like I've made the right decision approaching all of you."
I agree.
She then is going to transform back into her human form before your eyes. And she is going to say, I will now take my leave. I wish you the best of luck. And
It moves to the side.
may your respective deities or patrons or whoever is looking out for you smile upon you. And she goes out the door, actually behind her, behind all of you, and
Okay. So Sarah is like, all right. So with that, maybe we should go to bed.
Yeah.
Why not?
I'll go to bed. And then I'll prepare all 3 restoration spells for whoever minute it takes.
So, question. I'm assuming that we're all going back to Fondilla's house. I'm not quite sure where we are right now.
I mean, you guys have normally been resting or holing up in Zalara's old place.
Yeah.
Zalara's, that's what I meant. I'm sorry, I said Fondilla.
Secret base.
Secret base.
Secret
I guess we just
tunnel.
journey back to Zalara's place to go rest up for the night.
Sure. Get rid of these tokens and grow and oh, only one of Reef's noodle arms made it in the copy paste.
That's okay.
I mean, I'm assuming his noodle arms are like no longer noodly at this point.
I would think so.
It might not noodly enough for the noodle club. No.
I like his noodle arms.
The noodles do be crazy.
All right, so yeah, back at Zalara's. You guys just resting? Any further conversation or?
Well,
We're interested in
I,
the bed.
yeah, we're resting and waiting for the information from the were rat community to come through. And hopefully healing up as much as I can of our ability damage in any form we can before going to bed.
Okay.
And then whatever heals overnight.
All right,
If I have any
so
abilities to do that, let me know.
passively, you guys get some hit point healing while Sin and Theo do. They're the ones that were down on hit points. So why is this not working? Come on, roll 20. That is not what I did. Roll 20. There we go. Okay. Those of you who have been suffering from strength damage, the rest will reduce that by 1.
So I'm at. Where is that on me? Ability damage. I'm gonna let you edit that for me because I don't want to fuck it up.
That's fine. Yeah, so your, let's see, your strength damage is reduced to -1. The constitution damage from the shiver is now gone. And,
Look at you, no longer addicted to shiver.
well, no, the addiction aspect remains. The actual damage from taking the shiver is what is healed.
Hope I tried.
You did, and it's appreciated.
It was a valiant
When
effort.
you say you're not evil,
I am evil. Fuck
no,
you.
you're not. You're not.
You insist.
I do insist. Nah.
If you say so.
I do.
Me.
Thank you. Everything you stand for.
Those of you who
Now that
have the ability to prepare spells, please feel free to do so.
already done. Sorry, I just kind of jumped ahead.
I prepare
mean-
levitate. And that's all I got.
Okay, that's fine. All right. So any early morning spell casting?
Yes.
Okay.
A
As
bunch
do
of
I.
restoration spells.
I cast crime.
Yes, crime.
Damn the thing.
Yeah. Roll. Uh, when are you doing this?
At night.
Okay. Roll stealth.
What do I need for restoration?
I don't think there are any material components for that. You just roll it. Oh yeah, no one's catching you, man. That's
Okay. Alright, continue.
Okay. I cast restoration on anyone who needs it.
okay. Well, let me inform myself of how. So you get 4 casts. So you're gonna have to choose. If we're going with the people who are most afflicted, it's basically everybody except for Sin and Reef, because Sin has no points and Reef has 1 point that'll just fall off after one more night of rest. Well, the rest of you are at like -4 or -5.
Yeah, so don't use it on me.
I'm not sure how much Theo relies on strength, but since he's just in the front with us, I recommend that you do him.
Theo does have melee weapons at the ready, so he is a bit reliant on strength.
I choose Theo. I'm not choosing myself, by the way.
Why? I thought you would be evil by this point because all the alcohol you drank last night.
I'm suffering from a hangover.
See? Evil.
Well, yeah, it's single target, so who's this first one going to? It's not like you just cast it and everybody's healed. You have to. It's 1 cast per person.
Oh, I said I chose.
You're breaking up. I don't. Just want to make sure I'm hearing you correctly. But
Hello?
hi.
Theo.
Theo. So Theo for the first one. Okay. So Theo's.
Alright, don't worry. The next one is going to be you're going to roll a 4. Mark my words.
Theo's strength damage is reduced to -4. All right. Go ahead and cast it again if you'd like.
I'm going to be casting all 4 of these.
All right. So yeah. Next one is
I choose Sarah.
Sarah. Okay.
Hmm.
So Sarah's strength
Yay, thank you.
damage goes from -5 to -2.
Yay! Excuse me.
Nice. Okay. Done.
That spell had a bit of a pop to it, I guess.
Who's more reliant on strength? Theo or Vandilla?
Definitely Theo. Also you fight with a melee weapon.
That'll be fine.
You got this. Theo do rely on the sneak attack, boys. You can't do that if you're weak.
So far? That was 2 casting so far?
That's 2 so far, yeah. 1 on Theo, 1 on Sarah.
And then another one on Theo.
All right.
Because we need the strength back.
Okay.
The last one goes to Vandilla.
All right, so
You
Theo
too.
goes from -4 to -2. Vondilla is fully cured.
Hey.
Favoritism.
Absolutely, and I don't blame her.
I have no idea what you're talking about. It just worked out that way.
No, no, no. The numbers do be mathematicking.
We do be mathin'.
Nice.
Yeet.
Do we know about the thing about lycanthropes? Because I have Silver Dagger, but I'm not sure if I know exactly lycanthropes are actually weak against that.
Hold on, I may have I think I remember singing a song about lycanthropes. Give me a. Damn, what knowledge roll is that?
Engineering question mark?
Lycanthropes would be. Let me check.
It might be Arcana.
Because
Uh,
lycanthropes live in dungeons, so therefore it's dungeoneering.
they don't all live in dungeons. I would probably say nature.
Damn it. I don't know that either. Let's go.
Okay. And what specifically are you wanting to know? If a were rat is susceptible to silvered weapons, or
That's what I asked.
That's what he asked. Yes, because Sarah just wanted. I think I remember a song about. I think I remember singing a song or two about lycanthropes. Or
okay.
reading a novel, something like that.
Were rats themselves are uh not any more or less vulnerable to silvered weapons than people. That kind of seems to just be more of like a werewolf thing.
Oh, so we're fucked. Fantastic. A lycanthrope that's not affected by silver. God damn.
I mean, they're going to be affected by other things. They're still living beings. They're not undead or anything.
Are they like only weak to silver? And if they're not weak to silver, then they're not weak against anything
What
else.
else can a what? So is were rat a curse or are they born a were rat?
Lycanthropy is a curse.
Okay, so if they're not vulnerable to silver, is there a way to reverse the curse?
Um, oh, here we go. Actually, hold on. I had conflicting information here. So yes, where rats have the same vulnerability to silver weapons as any other lycanthrope. Yeah,
Okay, so they are vulnerable to silver.
they are. Yes, yes. It's
I
more
thought my silver dagger at Reef.
it's more like they have resistance to
What?
things. It's more like they have resistance to things that aren't silver.
Okay, fair.
And no, Reef, I'm not gonna throw it at you like you're a dartboard. I just like toss the handle at you.
Oh, okay, Reef catches it.
Basically,
Alright,
the
use that to stab
basically
it.
the stat block I was reading was wrong.
So I was like, all right, so how do we? So okay, God, how do we reverse the curse?
5 gold pieces, right? That's all it takes. 100%.
All right, let's see here. This is gonna be. Let's see here. Where is? Here we go. Removing the corruption. Oh, okay, interesting. So, yeah, that's going to be another knowledge nature roll.
And the
Okay.
song that Sarah's saying was specifically about them not being weak to silver.
I would say as someone who deals in, knowledge as a bard, 11 is probably good enough to recall this information. So, in order to remove um, the corruption of lycanthropy from a target, you must slay the source of the corruption, and at the height of the next full moon, consume a dose of. Let's see. It says you must consume one dose of belladonna per two manifestation levels, whatever that means. Um, and you must allow yourself to be affected by the belladonna for it to work. Let's see here. I'm trying to like read the rules here to make a little more sense of it. Um, One other thing to note is that it is it is possible for lycanthropy to progress to a point of being incurable.
Right. So hold on. You kind of didn't finish your thought. So at the next full moon.
So yes, the way to cure it, if it can be cured from the target or subject, is to kill the source of the corruption, so whatever infected it. And then at the height of the next full moon, they have to consume a dose of belladonna. I'm just gonna waive the rest of that. They have to consume a dose of belladonna. We'll just say, and then they can potentially be cured of the affliction. But yes, as well as any were creature can potentially pass along the curse, with a bite or a claw or some other natural attack that it might possess. Was there anything else that you wanted to know? Or
All right, so it's hard to cure where we're at. Silver works. Everything else is resisted. Should we buy one more silver weapon just in case we have to fight? Because Reap only has a dagger at the moment. How much are silver weapons, by the way?
let me look. So let's see, special material. Here we go. It depends on the type of weapon. If
Rafe, what's your favorite weapon?
if it is a light,
Oh God.
Choose one, or I'm choosing for you.
I like long swords.
All right, how much would a silver longsword cost?
it's considered a one-handed weapon, so that would be the cost of a long sword, which is base cost of a longsword is, here we go, 15. So a silvered one would be 105, 105.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's plus 90 gold for a one-handed weapon. Light weapon is plus 20 gold. Two-handed weapon is plus 180 gold.
Okay.
Let
I'm a
me see.
medium-sized creature, so right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much are simple one-handed melee weapons?
Again, if it was just one-handed, then yeah, it's 90 gold plus the cost of the weapon. So simple one-handed, we're talking like a club, a morning star, a short spear, um, heavy mace, any of those. Actually, a club would only work if it had some sort of metal business end. It can't simply just be applied to like wood and have it
That's
work.
crazy. Do
Can,
magic
wait, wait, wait,
weapons
wait, wait,
work
wait, wait,
like
wait.
this?
I have a question.
Yeah.
What?
Can I go to a blacksmith and just buy a like it's just solid rod of silver that they would have made into a sword, but just the rod of silver itself?
Silver bow staff.
Because I will just beat the shit out of something with a giant, what is effective metal silver club for a cheaper price if the DM allows that to happen.
You're essentially asking for the fantasy equivalent of a lead pipe.
Yes, but it's kind of, I did it in a reasonable way because the blacksmiths have to make these swords out of a certain material anyway. So
Oh
I'm
yeah,
just asking for the ingot form that
yeah,
is
no,
already in the pillar form. Like I'm making it kind of feasible.
I'm not saying no. So yeah, I mean, typically just a plain old like club made out of wood, actually doesn't even have like a listed cost. So I would say just 90 gold for something like
All
that.
right, I'm down for it. I look
What
at it
if
and I go,
One other rule note with silvered weapons is that any silvered weapon on hit takes a -1 to the damage roll.
I'm just beating the shit out of something
It's
with the
yeah.
pipe that just happens to be silver.
It's mainly because like silver, including alchemical silver, which is usually how this process is done. It's alchemical silver applied to a weapon or
Hmm.
arrowhead or whatever. It's a soft metal, so it's not
Yes.
going to.
soft man? Hey, what
Yeah, I was
if
thinking it's a
we
steel
melt?
alloy covered in silver.
Right.
Yo, what if we take a bunch of our silver pieces and melt them down to make a sword?
No.
How many
Okay.
silver coins would that take?
It would take a fair amount.
1,000 maybe?
Don't know if it'd take.
No, wait, that's 100 gold pieces anyway. Never mind.
Yeah, I don't know if it would take quite that many. But even still, yeah, that wouldn't be very cost effective, now would it? That's a good question, actually. I'm not too sure. I have to like kind of puzzle that out in my head. But the easiest route would be to, get your hands, either do what Reef mentioned, which is just to have a bludgeoning object made out of pure silver, or to maybe like get your hands on some alchemical silver to do it yourself, or whatever suits your fancy, really.
Reef just starts learning how to be a blacksmith.
This is what
See him
starts it.
laughing in front of flames. Yes.
Yeah, this is how this stuff starts. Just
Born out of ingenuity is the mother of necessity, or necessity is the mother of ingenuity. It's something like that. Don't mind me.
Nadia,
What?
what do we do?
What do you mean? What do we do?
Do we get giant thing of silver for Reef, or do we all pull together gold to get him a sword?
Sword.
Alright, there we go. Everyone, okay, Sarah, do the math. There's 5 of us, because Reef is poor as fuck. How much gold do we have to pay per person?
For what again?
105 gold pieces worth of gold. Divide that by 5 for me.
It's 21.
Alright, cool. So if everyone pulls, well, for 5 people specifically, because not 6. Alright, everyone except Reef, do
How
me a
much is
solid
the
and
steel
pull in
rod?
21 gold.
How much is the steel rod then? So we can just coat it and melt the silver down, coat it around the steel rod. That would be even cheaper. Oh, I'm muted. I asked.
You're not
I didn't.
muted.
You're not muted.
You're
No.
I'm not.
muted.
No, I heard you.
We hear you.
No.
Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine that would be more than like, a few silver pieces, maybe. Like, just a basic rod.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Would a
exactly
rod
what I'm
do-
gonna do. I'm
would a
going
rod
to
do- Would a
ask
rod
a black.
do more?
Oh, go.
Would a rod do
Sorry.
more damage than a sword, though?
Reef's not-
No, I mean, well, the fact that it's technically an improvised weapon aside, I would probably just rule it as a club in terms of damage. So it has a lower damage die than a longsword.
Alright, so clubs are cringe, so Reef is immediately overruled by the Hoard, yes?
Yeah.
Essentially, a club has the same damage as a like a short sword.
So that's like 1d4, right?
1d6.
That's still not good enough. Reef, you're overruled.
Oh.
Just
Alright, 21 gold pieces comes out of Sen's pocket.
Okay. Well, can you give me things that are silverish to throw? Because I
Oh,
don't
fuck.
get a pen. What? What the fuck, you? I
Thank you.
literally. I can do this. And I just start throwing random shit really well.
So you tell me we can give you like 10 silver pieces, you can just use that as ammo?
Technically, yes.
Wait. Would silver coins be good with a sling?
Oh,
Wait, that's
no.
actually a brilliant question.
Sorry, what was the question again?
If we buy a sling, can we use silver pieces as ammo?
I don't see why not. You could also like, have some sling bullets like silvered if you really wanted
Yeah,
to.
but
Yeah, but that costs
It's-
money.
Well, technically using the silver pieces as ammo costs money too.
it costs,
Yeah, but
which costs
silver
less
bullets
money.
isn't what? It's like plus 20 gold per
Uh
bullet.
no, ammunition has a
Costs.
lower cost.
But the point is,
I think it's per piece. Yeah, I think it's 2 gold per piece of ammunition. So 10 bullets would be 20 gold to silver. Like the silver 10 bullets, I should say.
It would
yeah, I'm
still
gonna
be
throw.
more effective just use silver pieces as bullets.
Well, yeah, I guess my point is I can literally hurl things as improvised range weapons, and I don't get any penalties in it, and I get a +1 bonus on it.
So we just give you a bunch
If
of
it's a
gold
flash,
pieces,
if
silver
it's a flash
pieces,
weapon.
and yes.
Yeah. So if I
Alright,
can
that
make
would be a good That would be a good backup. I still think you should have something as a sword anyway. I got sneak attack, and sneak attack is just pure damage, so it doesn't get resisted.
Now you've got me picturing Reef making like a sting chuck that's full of silver pieces.
yes,
Or like
Precisely.
silver like shrapnel.
yes, that's pretty much what's gonna happen. I'm going to a blacksmith and asking him for silver and steel, and asking if I can use his forge. And I'm offering to trade Like the fucking giant goddamn javelin I have in my bag. I have. Oh, I threw that. I sold those. Yay.
Yay.
Oh, I'll try. I have 2 short swords though. So I'll offer him the 2 short swords I have. And an
I don't think
ankless.
they'll be the same, but okay.
What?
Short swords are probably less than a long sword, so it's probably like
They are.
No,
less than
no.
15 gold
I, I,
each versus
I'm not
100 gold.
making. No, I'm literally bartering and giving him 3 fully made weapons for some raw material of steel and some silver.
And can you make weapons?
No, that's the best part. I am just making a giant amalgamation hunk of metal in his forge for the first time, and the DM's gonna let me know if my club failed or not.
Okay. So to move
We
this
can go. All right, why not?
to move us along a bit, you
I have no money. This is my best bargaining tool, damn it.
you find the nearest blacksmith. What specifically are you offering for trade?
The 2 short swords and the Ackless I have.
Okay, so the short swords have a sell value. Well, the 2 of them have a sell value together of I think it's 10 gold. Yeah, 10 gold. The Atlas.
Okay.
Atlas would sell for 2.5. So 2 gold, 5 silver. So you're getting at least 5 silver pieces. Well, no, I forgot. You're not asking for money. You're trying to do a trade.
Yeah. I'm trading him for the raw materials of just some silver and some steel and the ability to melt it down into his forge.
Okay, so yeah, he hands over like I would say maybe like a 2 to 3 foot steel rod or pipe. And he also gives you a small amount of silver. But
All right.
but it can be used to coat the pipe, rod, whatever.
So,
Club.
well, what so actually what I'm going to do is it's a 3-foot piece of steel. I'm going to herc off a foot of it and melt that down with some of the silver. And then I'm gonna try and pour it into little droplets into the sand. So I just have random little clumps of steel and silver, and I'm gonna put a bunch of those in my pocket. And then the rest, the 2-foot pole that I have left, I'm gonna coat in whatever silver I have left. And I'm
Okay.
gonna look back at the blacksmith and grin, and see if he approves of what I've done, or just looks in horror at what I've done with his materials. Make me roll whatever you want me to make me roll. If I fail, I fail. But that's the plan.
Okay. We're going to call this let me go to your skills for a second. We're gonna call this we're gonna call this craft weapons. So go ahead and roll that.
I do have that ability. We're gonna see how that goes.
Which ability? I'm sorry. The
No, I'm agreeing with you. I'm a skill.
oh yes.
Ability.
Is there is everyone with Reef?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can here.
This is all Reef can afford to do with the money he doesn't have. So, like, if you guys
we'll
have
give you
better
that.
gear,
Vondella will give you guidance.
okay.
You'll make it a 10. So you do the best you can. You finish up with melting the silver onto this steel club that you've decided to purchase for yourself. It definitely looks like it's your first attempt to smith a weapon, but it appears to have worked. It is not pretty, but you can tell that you did get a good amount of silver melted on there. Anything it didn't is, wasted in the forge, but you figure that this will be good for at least a few swings.
Just like had silver running down random parts of it by the time you get to where the
Yeah,
rudimentary handle I
yeah,
made has
yeah.
not even
Like
put it in
like I
silver
like I said,
anymore.
yeah. It's not pretty at all. Like there's some drips. It's very like uneven. There's some parts where the silver is laid on like much more thick than others. But it, as far as doing what you wanted to do with it, it's functional enough.
How many silver and steel, the silver steel pellets that I made, how many of those did I manage to make in the sand that have cooled off that I can now scoop and put in my pockets?
Oh, as far as like sling bullets,
Yes. Where Reef might just fucking hurl them because he has the throw anything feature, so.
I would say, let's see, is there a separate? No, there isn't a separate craft for ammunition. Okay, so roll again. We'll roll again.
They were two different. Oh,
Oh no.
worst.
The dice gods aren't very nice to you.
I
though.
made one giant bullet.
How many pellets would you have expended in this task, like into the
Well,
forge?
I out of the 3 foot steel rod, I herked off the top foot of it and melted that down separately and poured some silver into it. And then whatever silver was left, I poured down the rod that I had formed a crude handle into and widened the top of effectively to make it a silvery club thing.
Okay, so
So my goal was it's probably like 85% steel, like 95% steel, 5% silver.
okay.
But it's enough silver poured in there where I was like, I can't stop. I don't know. And then I stirred it up and I just poured little droplets into the sand until the thing emptied.
All right. So in your excitement to have succeeded with this club of yours, um, you you skip a step, cut a corner here and there on the on the pellets, and you end up with what is initially one large amalgamation of metal that would not comfortably fit into any sling. So you, being the resourceful type, you take your large thing and you drop it on the floor, and it splits off into several sort of like hackneyed pieces that also may not fly well out of a sling, but at least they're small enough to go in there now.
So I have like 8 random fucking
Yeah, I would say like 8 or 9,
jagged
like,
pieces of this silver
yeah, that
steel shit.
may not fly straight or at all, but you have them, and they are silvered.
They're in my pocket.
Yeah,
I'm gonna put that in my list.
yeah.
So silvered club.
They may or may not be usable, but you do have them.
Club 1. How much does the club weigh?
Let's see. A regular club is going to weigh. I don't know why I don't have the page open anymore. Here we go. A regular club weighs 3 pounds. I would say one that's made out of steel would probably weigh closer to like 5 pounds.
Okay. Good.
And then the bullets, I would say. Let me see where the sling bullets are. Ammunition.
Just have 8 random hugs. 8 or 10. What do you want? I'm just trying to think of the size. They're too big to fit in a sling.
The sling bullets in total also weigh 5 pounds.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna just do 10. If that makes sense.
That's
10
fine.
pieces?
Yep.
Okay. I've named it Silvered Bastardized Sling Ammo. So I now have 10 bullets that I can herk at things.
Nice.
And I have a silvered club, and it costs you all nothing, and I am indebted to no one. Who's
I
next?
have brainwave.
Oh boy.
What's
I have
I'm
silver
here for
sheet.
it.
Brain blast.
Ooh, is that drugs?
No.
Silver Sheen is not drugs, no.
I mean, it could be if you try hard enough. But basically, I have one thing of it,
I
and
don't think that's
basically,
true.
I pour it on. Hey, with enough determination, anything's possible. Anyway, so basically, if I can apply it on a weapon, and for 1 hour, it has a property of alchemical silver.
So we have a backup plan on our main weapons. If all goes to shit, you can start going herk crazy on things.
No, I only have 1 dose.
So you can. Specifically, I'm pointing at you, being like, you can go herk crazy.
So, point of order. Silver Sheen does not function the same way as alchemical silver in terms of like you don't take Silver Sheen and apply it to a weapon. You make a weapon out of Silver Sheen.
No, it says you can apply to a weapon as a standard action.
That is not what
That's the description that I'm looking at.
that is not what it says on the
Here, let me show
website.
you.
But no, I believe
Going
you. I believe
to-
you. I just that's strange. Here we go, Silver Sheen. Okay. This is a different.
Silver Sheen.
I can't believe this bullshit costs 250 gold, though. That's fucking nutty.
All right, hang on. I just want to make sure that. Okay, hold on. I see. Okay, so yes. I understand now. So yeah, I don't know why it gives different information for these things, but yes, it can be used in that way. It does, however, have different properties if you were to straight up make a weapon out of it.
Good to know.
For example, if a weapon is made completely out of Silver Sheen, it is immune to rust, including rust that is not just like naturally occurring. Like for example, a rust monster applies it to your weapon, it is immune to that. Um, any weapon that is made out of Silver Sheen is automatically of masterwork quality, so it gains the +1 to hit, and then can also be enchanted further with magical properties. However, it does making a weapon out of Silver Sheen does require a certain amount of investment into a couple different crafting skills, namely alchemy and weaponsmithing.
I only have crap weapons, so.
I mean, weapons counts as weaponsmithing in my opinion, but
Oh, thank you. That's
but
fair.
you can add like as many craft whatever to your sheet at any time. Like you just need to actually put ranks of them individually to boost them.
Yeah, no, I just thought it would make sense that I've made rooted to entry weapons my entire life, considering what I am. So
Yeah,
that
for sure.
doesn't mean I'm good at it. I've never used a forge before. It's more of like I've taken these broken weapons, lashed them together, and made them a functioning one again. Let's go. Not aha, here's a forge, make your own shit. This is the first time I'm doing that, and I'm excited. Reef is like very proud of his steel club. He's slung his like glaive on his back, like doesn't care, and he's proudly wielding that club as he's like walking around the building, just like holding it at his side, ready, being like, "Yes, this is mine." I look at everyone and go, "I can help you make weapons now too." I look at the blacksmith and it goes, "If this plague ends better than I expect it to, can I be an apprentice?" Slash, if I become king, you will become the royal blacksmith. I mean, what?
The stout little dwarf who runs the forge um kind of kind of scoffs at the thought of you becoming king, but he just says, "Yeah, sure, whatever you say."
Okay, we got the green light, folks.
Hey, yo. Masterworking is cheaper with Silver Sheen. That's crazy.
What do you mean?
I was looking stuff up, and apparently Masterwork costs about 300 gold pieces, but Silver Sheen costs us 250.
Silver Sheen, like the wondrous item that the in the paste form, yes, is 250 cost. Um, it also increases like like the sale value. Well, granted, coding it versus making a weapon out of it are different things. Like coding it doesn't confer like, oh, this is now masterwork. You have to actually make the weapon out of the Silver Sheen.
True, true.
But
I may hold on to my Silver Sheen if I don't need it. But if I need it, I will use it. We got money.
sounds good.
Alright, Reef. Now shall we be on our way to tactically and ethically totally you know what, Bobber?
The Whatnamabobber.
Alright, Reef agrees. Let's go.
Let's do the Whatnamabobber.
All right. So you leave the smithy. You follow the map that was given to you by Ares to get yourselves into the Midland district. So you can find an entrance to the sewers that is suitable and make your way down to the lair belonging to the warmongering were-rat known as Girrigs. Go ahead and give me a perception roll to locate an entrance to the sewers that is consistent with the map that you were given.
I got this. No, I don't.
I can help. Not much.
Make that your own roll. Not yet. Time to shine.
Huh?
Roll perception,
What am I rolling?
goddammit.
Help
Use
us.
your eyeballs.
I don't want to use my eyeballs. You use your eyeballs.
We have and we have failed. Please help.
We don't
Better
need you anymore, Nadia.
eyeballs.
We don't need you anymore, Nadia.
Wow.
We have. Never mind.
Big eyeballs. All right, so
That's why you
Still
listen
help.
to the evil
You were
sins.
saying? You were
Still
saying?
help. Still help.
Nadia and Vondilla work together to spot in a bit of a concealed alleyway. There is what appears to be I don't want to quite say like a manhole cover, although it does kind of resemble one. That can be pushed aside to reveal a ladder that descends down into the sewers. All of you kind of look at one another and you give each other sort of a nod of approval that this is going to be your way in, and you go ahead and descend. And it's about 10 o'clock, so I think we'll pick this up next time.
No, it's not. It's about 9, don't you know?
You don't live in that time zone anymore, sir.
Yeah, it's 9 p.m. What are you talking about?
Got him. It's
fine.
it's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are? I was gonna come up with something related to the game,
Better-
but I couldn't think of
yeah,
I couldn't
I
think of
got
anything
you.
fast enough. I'm really
But you made the reference.
You almost had it. You gotta be quicker than that.
Yeah, look, I'm really sorry for being a little like slow tonight, but I just want to thank all of you for kind of like picking me up and doing great with the role play to kind of keep things moving. I really appreciate that, and I will.
I've been having fun.
Good. I'm really glad. That's the main goal here is everybody has fun. But yes, I will do my best to be in a better shape next week. So, tonight we drank and we were merry, and we met a were-rat NPC who has very nicely asked you to help her people deal with an issue that could become your problem if left unchecked. Um, Nadia took it upon herself to get everyone's strength back up to a workable level, or at least as best she could. Few of you are still dealing with some strength damage, but it's a lot less debilitating than it was before. And Reef did a lot of experimenting with silver and improvised weapons, and I really can't wait to see where this goes because it's very appropriate considering what you guys could be up against in the sewers. And finally, you guys managed to find the entrance to said sewers, and you can rest assured that next week you will be down there figuring out where this lair is and how best to deal with the problem. So,
Looking forward to it.
yeah, for sure. We're really glad to be able to come back with another session. Hopefully, it won't be so long before we play again. I hope we can play next week. If not, I understand. But either way, we'll figure it out. But yeah, whenever that is, we hope to see you back here next time for another session of Curse of the Crimson Throne. Until then, we bid you good night and hope everyone's doing well. So we'll see you next time.
Good night.